I would be surprised if you don't kill him, because usually these guys just feed their ass off because they're stupid as hell. Sign players literally have brain damage. Obviously, people say, like, I've never seen a good low elo X because it's like they're low elo, but I've seen countless low elo Ys that have won games against me. I've never seen a Scion like beat me in lane. The players are just stupid as hell. And then if he face checks you, you're just gonna auto as much as you can. Well, you would start with the Q actually, because it's full. Yeah, it's full stacked. So I forget that that's a thing with Pantheon. Q him, Q him, Q him, Q him, Q him. Good, that was perfect. Wait the shield out. Just keep running. Next time, just stay away from him. Now keep autoing the wave. Keep autoing the wave. You got to build stacks. Yeah. And as soon as you have full stacks, walk up and Q him and then back up again. Yep, try to Q him quick. Perfect. And keep autoing. Remember, you will not draw minion aggro unless you auto him. Just keep running. Okay. Use your pot. Use your refill. Okay, we've taken too bad of a trade. So let's just let him push in. Let's just reset this. Yeah. Remember forward and back movements. Walk like you're a minion. That's why I tell everybody. Pretend you're a minion. And click like you're not 1,000 years old. Click like you're playing an esport. There you go. It'll make sense when you play this game more, I promise. You'll understand why I have you do that. Yes, that... Did you see what you just dodged? Because of that? Yes. You can W him here. You're on... you have a nice little window to W him and fall back after the Q. Now Q and run. Let's try. Use your refill. You're about to be on offense. So if you can keep your health high here. Now you can go when you're... Yeah, you could fight him here and probably win, to be honest. If you just walk him back to tower. Keep autoing him. Now, yep. Ignite him. Ignite him and you will win. I promise. Run, 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 run. Thing is pissed. Run. That was...
Bro, he's hella fast.
Yeah, I guess you had to flash it. I didn't think you had to flash it, to be honest. Grab boots and along.
I didn't think I had to flash.
Did he... What did he just do with the wave? Okay, it's good for you. It's fine. So you were just basically... What cost you the trades early is you didn't get away from his shield fast enough early. Okay. So his shield kept punching us. We need to assist ping Kane here and try to gank this guy. It's a sign player. Yeah, jump on him. Jump on him and start trading. You have your E. Yeah, trade. Just trade and then fall back. Yeah. Keep wiggling. Use your refill. Use your refill. Now walk up. You should be good. It's Scion. He has like no sustained damage. If you have to flash W after he flash... Okay, yeah. That's why you wait for his flash. Yep, keep autoing. Let's move to Kha'Zix. Keep autoing as you move. You're okay. You still have flash. You can keep autoing. You still have flash. Keep autoing. You have E and everything. Yeah, you're fine. There you go. Beat him. Oh, get away from that. Yes, that might have been a little overkill that time, but I don't blame you. Use your refill. Use your refill. Keep autoing the wave, though. Keep autoing the wave. When he backs off the wave, remember, you're allowed to stack up and get strong. Everything hinges on whether or not they're actually guarding the wave. You understand? Keep pushing. I would queue the wave because I really want to recall. We have like no sustain. There you go. That's a good queue. I like that you aim the Q at all the minions and hit as many as you possibly could. That's a good habit. Now get in the bush. Get in the bush. Recall. That's a good habit. Because a lot of players, when I tell them to shove, they'll queue like one minion and I get anxiety because it's taking them way longer. Yep. Build what you can. Oh, wait. I'm fucking you. Oh, hold on. Undo this. You're going Gore Drinker. Gore Drinker's the build. Trust me, it's worth. Especially versus 2 melee champs. Undo. Yeah, there you go. I'd wait for the health crystal on the edge of the fountain. So this is the Korea build, okay?
Okay.
Welcome to good builds with good people. So it's not that the build you were going is particularly bad. Gore Drinker and Lucid Boots and Black Cleaver is more of a skirmisher build that when you get confident on your champion, you'll be able to like 1v9.
Okay.
Eclipse is good, but it's not as good as this build. This is the most winning build in the game. Versus good people. So if it works versus good people, I promise it works versus your opponents. Now pull the wave back. Because it's so big. You can throw a Q at this to like get rid of some of these minions. Yeah. Remember, you're on defense. So you don't want to take any damage here. Yeah. So treat the minions like you're stealing them, like you're scared to touch them. That's why. Yeah, that's good. Good. Now the wave's going to start bouncing, so you should wait for the next wave, and then you're going to start trading into him. So keep autoing. And now you trade, because now you're on offense. So yep, trade. You stay on him for a bit. Stay on him for a bit. Keep autoing him, and then E. That's good. Stay on him. You have Conquer. Stay on him. Keep autoing. Stay on him. You have Ignite as well. Use it now. Use it now. Yeah. W it, and you win. This is offense, defense. You understand? Run, 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 run.
Yes.
So he didn't land very much damage. And then when he was on defense, you see how he just like accepted everything that you were doing to him? You didn't try to back up?
Yeah.
That's because you played really good defense and you had the wave at your back and you have Ignite. That's why you have to like, now just hard push. I would just hard push. Yeah, so I always tell people to Ignite a little early because they tend to hold it and it gets them in trouble if they hold it and they face like a bunch of regen or something. I would just recall off of that. I'm going to teach you a trick here. So recall, build your pickaxe, and we're going to run straight to bottom. Because you see how that wave's pushed up? Run straight to bottom. This is what Pantheon does well. Assist ping this. Try to see if they cancel their back. Yeah, assist ping it. If they don't, we're going to have to go to top. Okay, keep walking. Hover your ult. And you're going to ult kind of behind them. Don't ult right away. Just wait. Just slow play it. Slow play it. Because we may have to ult the top, okay? Yeah, let's go back to top. Go back to top. Go back to top. We can ult up there. So this is just a check. Check mid as well. Because you had top shoved in. So like you have a little window where you're allowed to look for plays. I would not ult top unless he gets that wave under quickly. So if he gets the wave under quickly, I'm ulting up there. So move your camera to top. I'm walking. He's kind of slow.
I think I should get there in time.
I don't. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
No,
just keep walking. Yeah, just keep walking. He pulled it back at the last second. Cool. You missed one melee for that check. One melee of XP. Now just slow push and guard from here, just like I showed you. No, no, no. Don't auto them for no reason. Because if he's not guarding them, there's no reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, he might be roaming to mid, so just pay attention. If he roams to mid, we're going to shove. But if he doesn't, I'm not moving. He ulted us in the 1v1, so he shouldn't have ult. At least not for a little bit. So I don't know where this guy is. So I'm just going to focus on chilling, farming solid. And then let's push right here, and then we can look for a roam to mid. Push hard. You jump onto him. If he's dumb enough to like walk up, jump on his head. Yeah, walk at him. Jump on him. Now back to pushing. Good. Now roam. Roam down river or something. Since we're just staring at this guy under tower. How low is the Kha'Zix? He could jump away. Let's stay back top. Let's stay back to top. So these little movements are just you checking options with your ult.
Okay.
You're technically still on offense if you grab the wave and start pushing it. You can still pressure him. I'd jump on his head. You're still on offense. There's no... He doesn't have a wave yet behind, so... Yep. Keep autoing him. Keep autoing him. You have Conqueror. Yeah, and you have Ignite. There you go. Good. Use your refills. Make sure anytime you do those long trades, you refill like a motherfucker. Just jam both of them. Yeah. Our jungler might feed. Okay, no, you got it. Now that is a good example of... Go ahead and push. Go push. Use your Q on it. That is a good example of why it pays to be aggressive on offense. Because you got the guy low enough to get dove. I would take one plate and take one plate.
I didn't know that, but you can't click on minions if they're on top of his body.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's always janky like that. I would queue this whole wave, yeah. Keep autoing tower and just queue the minions. I'd probably leave, yeah. Just keep running. Run straight down the wave. Or straight down the lane. And I get into this bush and recall. And you should be able to afford a Gore Drinker here. Gore Drinker's easy. Just wait till you're low to use it. Or if you're just open trading and there's no trade back, grab a longsword here. It's Black Cleaver next and Lucid Boots. So if we can afford Lucid Boots, that's what we'll get next. Walk down mid first because you have your ult. Or like walk towards like red buff / mid. This guy goes hit tower. I'm going to ult him because he thinks he can hit tower, but he doesn't know what Pantheon does. Okay, no, he backed down. All right, go to top and get ready to ult top if he tries to take a plate. I ult his head. I would ult right on his head. Yep. Yeah, stun him. Yeah, there you go. That's fine. You should have stunned him, but that's okay. Now back to the lane. Don't chase. Not necessary. Block your pink ward, though. See how he's taking that pink ward? That should be illegal. See how he was able to take that? It's because you weren't watching it.
Okay.
I'm on offense, so I'm gonna just jump on his head on repeat. Yeah, trade, and then Gore Drinker at the end of the trade. Gore Drinker. And then back up. Good. Use your refills. Jump on him again. Jump on him again. And then back up again. Make sure the Q first, though. You gotta land the Q or the trade's whack. Go Q him. Yep, keep autoing him. Jump on him again. You have Gore Drinker. You have refill. Good. If he's not gonna take the trade, that's fine. Let's just back up now. Chill. Maybe go down river. See if there's a plant down river. The reason I don't have you go under tower is he's got a lot of CC. So if you go under tower, he just like locks you down. And it kind of sucks. You can auto this a bit. Maybe Q it once. All right, back to lane. I don't want to give up our lane this bad. Use your refill. And if you take a bunch of damage to this rift, get to the wave, get to the minions. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why is he allowed to touch these minions? You're strong now. You have your item. Jump on his head. Fight back a bit. Keep autoing. You have Gore Drinker. Use your Q. You gotta go. Yeah, there you go. Ignite's coming up. Don't let it go. Don't let the trade go. W it. W it. Aw. I would just keep pushing now. I would shove this under and then recall for my Lucid Boots. And if he keeps getting in your way, like you could W him and Q and then back up. All right, good enough. Oh, he wants to rift? Okay, let's stay. It's a 2v1. If he leads the dive, you can dive. Okay? But it's on him. He has to damage first or it won't work. You needed to stand a little closer to tower. Oh, okay. Dive him. You didn't ignite, so that was pretty grief.
Yeah.
Throw your Q at him. Throw your Q at him. You could... Okay, you can't ignite him anymore. I'm running away. I'm just recall. Because he leveled up. That's spooky. Yeah, when you dive, you need to ignite, dude. Dive is high risk. Now your teammate's going to end because we didn't kill him. Grab Lucid Boots.
Lucidity.
Yep. Anytime it's a big, like, a dramatic trade under tower, you need to just preemptively ignite that shit.
Okay.
Because we can't afford to miss that type of play. That's just too... We're putting a lot of resources into breaking open top. So if we don't land the kill in a 2v1 like that, that's really bad. Really bad.
Can I go bot now?
No. Just walk. Just walk top. Stay top and crush your lane. Break tower, all that.
Okay.
Black Cleaver's your next item. Once you have Black Cleaver, you're pretty much the GOAT. It'll be hard to beat.
So whenever I go in, or like, when do I just use score?
When it's just like longer trades like this, I would just go right away. I would, as soon as I trade into him, I just add Gore Drinker. Like, I guess at the end of the trade, I would use it, but yeah, pretty regular. So like right now, I jump on him, trade, and then back away with E. And then Q and back away again. Q him. You have very low CDs now, but you're not using them. You understand? Use your refill. Your CDs are super low with this build, so you've got to be button mashing a bit. So he's got a level on you now. Yeah, E. So he doesn't win any trade. Yeah. And then Gore Drinker and run. Try to get out of it. Like W's, jam your shit. Now run. Now we could just clear this wave with Q and then recall and ult forward. Clear it with Q. You're okay. W him. Ignite him right away. Don't fuck around. Yeah, you've got another W coming. And back away. That's fine. I just push the wave and hope this guy kills him. He probably doesn't, but... Oh, he did. Nice. Now get in the bush and recall. Just... You're playing your cooldowns very slow now. But you need to
Okay.
realize that this is like very, very fast cooldowns. So you're gonna have abilities up like out the wazoo. It's like Earth mode. Run down mid, and get ready to ult a motherfucker because you got the wave pushed up.
Okay.
GG. Does this make sense today?
Yeah. I like understand now.
Right. Right. That's my goal, man. That's why I started doing this stuff. It's because I was realizing I was like, dude, no one knows how to play this fucking game.
Yeah.
No one knows what's happening. And even with all the guides and shit, no one really like there's guides, but like no one knows what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah. I would have never thought to run Thor Lucidity ever.
Yeah, it's very good. So this basically one thing you have to know, and I tell people this all the time, Korea and China have the best lane understanding. And unfortunately, like it kind of ruins the game for everyone else because basically when you play like NA and EUS and you play like lower elo, you could just build a bunch of like late game shit and like one shot shit and be super selfish because no one's ever going to end the game versus you and no one's going to trade right.
Mm-hmm.
So like the build that you're going with Pantheon, essentially what it is you get very low CDs and you skirmish and scrap like a motherfucker. And a lot of champions do that in higher elo Korea and basically 1v9. So like Talon is notorious for doing this. Kiana was doing it for a little while in higher elo here. Zed was doing it for a little while. And you would think, oh, you know, those champions, they're so weak and they fall off and all this bullshit. And it's like when you build them bruiser, you get leads, you take up space and you like snowball. When you build stuff like Eclipse, yes, you have a lot of burst, but you don't really get to take up as much space because
Yeah.
And the other thing is like when you face really good players, they just do more damage to you. Like that's
I've
the one
noticed
thing that
that-
everybody doesn't understand about playing in the other regions. So they just do more damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've noticed that if I ever got stunned or, stun locked in any situation, I just I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, you would lose the trade. But with this, you can like trade quick and snappy and build up your Conqueror and heal up. And you're going to find that it's a very powerful play style. As you get more confident with it, like I said, have fun with the buttons as you get more experience. Like really loosen up and just try shit. W them, auto, Q, E, auto, E, Q, W, like mix in a gore drinker and just get comfortable with the rhythm because you'll speed it up as you go. But I always use this as like a good explanation for what I'm saying with builds because like people think that I'm being dramatic about the servers and about builds, but I always use this. So like, do you see my screen?
Yeah.
This is always like my go-to explanation for how different it is.
Analytics.
Yeah. So use that site for builds and ideas. So like, this is a perfect example. So globally, look at the best build. Okay. That's global. Highest win rate build, most common build. That's all assassin. Okay. You're like, wow, this is the best build ever. It's good if your opponents don't end the games quickly. So I'm sure if we had some data about like how long the games last on this, we might be able to get some sort of real, game, like here it's like game length distribution or whatever. But like if you go to Korea and you go to Diamond Plus, watch the build. Completely different build.
Okay.
Look at the tier, Heckram's tier. Okay, now go to like EU West. Heckram's the GOAT. Look at him go. He's dominating. Yeah. So why is that? Well, because on EU West and NA, no offense to my NA and EU West homies, but it's just true. They don't end the game fast enough and they don't play fast enough. So like, and NA is actually doing this like Triforce thing. Pretty good, decent build, better than the Assassin build. But the problem with Triforce is that Triforce takes too long to build. Triforce is a lot more expensive than the Sunderer build. Because Triforce is, 30. Actually, wait, what is the cost of Triforce? Is Triforce only 33? Because if 33. It is, yeah, maybe it's not as bad as I thought. Maybe it's okay. But either way, the reason that Sunderer is usually bought and played is because it's a cheap item spike. It's a rush item. I guess for NA, I couldn't really see. You're also just not as you're just not as beefy going Triforce, period. That's the other thing. And you kind of have to be that way. But my point is that like when you go through the regions, Hecarim looks like the GOAT here, right? He's okay. I mean, he's not the GOAT, but he's A tier. But if you go to Korea Diamond, he's not as good. He drops off. He drops off significantly. Look how much he's played. The difference. Look at the pick rate. That's a pick rate of 4%. Right? In Korea. But if we go over to NA Diamond, the pick rate is doubled. The ban rate is crazy.
Yeah.
People are scared of him in NA, but in Korea, no one gives a shit. He's never banned.
Yeah.
So the reason why that is because dumbasses will be like, oh, it's because, you know, NA Heckrams are just better or US Heckrams are better. No, dude. These guys are all playing on 10 ping or less. They don't give a shit about Hecarim. They're not scared of him. They can just sidestep his ult. They just don't care. So the reason that your Pantheon build is good is because what it accounts for is it accounts for a skirmish heavy nature. Here you can see that people are going Eclipse in Korea, right? And this is old patch, but you've got Eclipse and you've got Gore Drinker, which is winning more overall. So there's little data points like this. But if you fish around, you can kind of see how the builds hold up. You go higher up to like Diamond 2. I don't know. They're still doing Eclipse a little bit, but you can see Gore Drinker's always winning more. You see that?
Yeah.
So don't necessarily go with like only highest win rate build. Factor in things like what's being picked alternatively and look at the win rates in the sample. That's a pretty significant sample. Diamond 2 plus 730 games in Diamond 2 plus is pretty significant. If you find a team where the enemy team is actually all squishy, even your top laner, then go this build. It's fine.
Okay.
But when you're facing a bunch of melee tanks and like melee champions that have to go into your range to fight you, Gore Drinker's way better. Conqueror's way better. Squish your champions, you would go like press the attack like you were doing, then you would go this build.
Okay.
Me personally, when I play champions, it's been proven time and time again, the better the players, the less you should rely on squishier builds. You should always rely on more durable builds. And those are also the players that have destroyed me in higher elo. I mean, even this year I was playing master games, and every single time I lost to like Talon and shit like that, they were always doing like fucking fancy pants Gore Drinker builds and like just destroying lobbies. I couldn't do anything. So yeah, take with that what you want. Cool. Any questions before I go?
I think the last thing I have is like, I don't understand itemizing.
What do you there's nothing you really need to change from what I just showed you.
Like, because I usually just build what it tells me to build, and is that okay?
Yeah. There's nothing here that you need to worry about. Like, all right, as a new player, the stuff I went over is the stuff that's more important. Itemization only matters in very niche scenarios, and even then it doesn't matter that much. So I can tell you right now that like when I pull up, like there's a reason that stuff is like a core build. So like if I filter by Gore Drinker on Pantheon for Korea, right? This is the core build. Like you could literally autopilot this build and win every game. So you could literally go bam, 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 GA into Death's Dance, into Sterix or whatever, any of these items. It does not matter. Like you're going to win if you're winning. Like I don't know how else to say it because like the itemization doesn't really change that much.
It's more important for me to
listen. I'm gonna tell you right now. When like there's so many coaches out there that jerk off about itemization, it is so irrelevant for 99.9% of the players. Like it is so irrelevant. I promise you. The only time that it's not like completely irrelevant is situations like for Pantheon. Honestly, when I look at itemization, I would do something like this. The only thing I would change would be like, you know, maybe a magic resist shard or something, and maybe like Merc treads if there was like a ton of CC or something like that. Or like if it's an all AD team, I would go steel caps. But generally speaking, you're going to be able to go build like this or build like Eclipse from earlier, right? And you're going to be fine.
Okay.
There are some situations where doing strange itemization can work, but your champion doesn't really fall into that pattern. Your champion's very ABC. He jumps on your head, he trades, and he runs away. because of that, he doesn't really lend himself to like super crazy itemization changes. Whereas like a champion like, I'm trying to think of a good example. A champion like maybe like a Maokai or something would really benefit from like trying different things with items.
Okay.
Because he needs to get through lanes to survive, right? It's like, shit, I'm facing like a big AP threat that might fucking kill me if I don't rush MR right away. But overall, I don't want you to get in your head about itemization, because I'm telling you right now, you could literally autopilot the build that I have right in front of you and not even change. Literally, the only thing you'd have to change is this magic resist to armor, and you would probably win completely fine. It would never matter. What I would rather you focus on, actually, is this. I'd rather you focus on shit like this and be like, this champion is about to trade heavy into me. I'm going to go bone plating. Or I'm going to need more mana here to poke because it's like a ranged matchup that I'm never going to be able to get near. So I'm going to go like biscuits or something. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's more interesting to me than like... But even that, I would probably just tell you like 9 times out of 10, go Conqueror if they're, if they're beefier. Go press the attack if they're squishier. Swap bone plating to second wind if it's a champion like Quinn or Teemo or something, and make sure your MR or armor matches, and then keep the same exact build. Boots can change a little bit, but everything stays the same.
Okay.
Seriously, don't overthink this. I promise you, I'm not steering you into a death trap. The itemization is like, it's analysts literally sit around and jerk themselves off over itemization while they watch pro players. It has no relevance to solo queue at all. Like, unless you're literally going to a lane with Doran's Ring Pantheon or something, I see no reason why it's that big a deal.
All right.
Got it?
I got you. Yeah.
All right, sweet.